Hey YouTube, welcome to Sin City Pools.
Hey everybody, it's Sin City Pools back with a brand new video. In this video, I wanted to do something a little bit different other than just opening product and reviewing those products. Since we do have lulls where we don't have anything to open, I wanted to kind of, have some other videos that I could produce in the channel. This one is going to be tracking of some of the top stars in Major League Baseball. These are kind of the top sought after guys in the hobby. And this is really kind of how they have been performing in the past week. So if you can see here, our first guy that we're going to look at is Mike Trout. You see in this in the pop-up box, we're looking through last week. So the 22nd of May through the 28th. And we're just going to kind of take a look to see how some of these guys have been playing. As most of you know, Mike Trout is on a tear. He's looking like the Mike Trout that we've come to know, other than obviously the last 2 years. Granted, one of them was the COVID shortened season, but he is absolutely raking this year. In the past week is no exception. He is batting .375 with 2 home runs, 4 RBIs in the 6 games this week. This guy is looking like he is all the way back, and look for him to have another potential 8 to 10 WAR season. He's already at 3.1 WAR with a total of a 320 batting average and 13 home runs. Look for him to be another candidate for MVP if he keeps up this pace. And on top of that, I also wanted to be able to take a look at how his cards are doing. So if we go over here, this is Card Hedge. If you guys don't know what Card Hedge is, I do plan on doing a video to kind of let everybody know my thoughts on this website. But it is very similar to Market Movers. Anybody that's been on Market Movers, you know what this kind of does is it will track cards, players, everything that you can think of in the hobby. So with this page right here, what you're seeing is this is the Mike Trout index. This is how his cards have been doing over the last, it looks like about 2 months. So this is a little misleading because I believe at the where it says 324, where that line is like nothing. I believe that's before Card Heads really kind of started. I believe they're fairly new. So a lot of this stuff, you'll see this flat line and then it spikes when they start tracking. So you can see right at the beginning of, right before the baseball season started, there was a pretty big spike, and then it dropped down, and it's been fairly steady, still on a little bit of a downcline. So definitely still seeing Mike Trout on a downward trend, even though he is playing really well. You can see here his 2011 tops update. This is just the base. And the PSA 10 is down 15% in the last 14 days, 19 over the last 30. If we keep scrolling down, you'll see pretty much a lot of his products are down, with the exception of the 2010 Bowman Platinum, which is technically a prospect card. And then 2022 Topps Heritage is on a climb because it's going to be on an incline because it went from nothing to Heritage just came out. So people are buying base Trouts just $2 raw. So this is nothing really, it says it's on fire. It's kind of a little misleading. And then we do have this one that is definitely seems to be getting some traction. So it looks like a lot more people are trying to get closer to the lower end Trout. This is the 2013 base, which is his third year card. And you can see it's up 140% in the last 30 days. So that's what's nice about this is you can kind of track, look at the different cards and kind of see how they're doing. So like this one, 2012 Topps update, it's considered ice cold right now. It's only at $98 for a PSA 10. So that's a potential card to look at for purchasing and seeing it, the value go up. Kind of the same thing with the 2011 Bowman Chrome. Obviously the PSA 10 is $2,500, so it's definitely not a cheap card, but it is down 10% in the last 14 days. So, okay, now the next player we are going to look at is Mookie Bet. Mookie Bet didn't have the greatest of years last year, even though it was still good, but to his standards, he had a down year. He is completely on the upswing this year. He is playing out of his mind. And this last week is one of the best weeks of any player that I've seen. Look at these stats. He's batting .462 in the week with 5 home runs and 9 RBIs with a 1.115 slugging and 1.664 OPS. Insane numbers. And again, it's 7 days, but this is one of the best 7-day performances by a player that you're going to see. Batting damn near 500 is insane. Mookie Betts is just out of this atmosphere right now. And you can see right here, he's almost got a 3 WAR, 2.9 with the 301 average and the 14 home runs. He is, I believe he's still leading the National League in home runs. And then he only trails Aaron Judge for the league lead in home runs right now. This guy is playing insane baseball right now. And his cards are reflecting that. Before I move on, I wanted to mention this. Not a lot of people talk about this. He was signed in the 5th round in 2011. The 5th round. This guy was slept on like crazy. So for any of you guys that are out there prospecting and you pull guys from the 5th round, don't just chuck them away. There could be another Mookie Bet sitting out there. So just something to keep in mind. Absolutely insane. Mookie is just killing it. And his cards are reflecting that. So if we look at Mookie, and this is kind of what I was talking about before. You see here how there was nothing, and it looks like the 25th or the 26th was kind of looks like the first day that they started tracking. So you can see that he had a lot of the spike up that a lot of players had right before the season, and then he hit that dip, and then he stayed kind of steady, a little bit on the downward trend, but starting right about when he started going on his tear, his cards are up again. So you can see here the average price $59 went up to $112, $110. So you can see with his 2014 Bowman Chrome, that is up 11% at $153. I'm sorry guys, $153 is a steal for a PSA 10 Mookie Betts Bowman Chrome first. I think it's a steal. $66 for his paper. You know, that one's down 3%, but up 33 over the last 30 days. Definitely a great card to me to pick up. Same thing right here. This his 2014 update rookie is up 42%. So it's selling for $95. That means it was around $60 at its low point. Even at $95, that's a good price. It's his update, so obviously he doesn't command as much as his. I'm sorry, it's not his up. It's all his cards are up from the update set, but this is his rookie debut, is what I meant. So obviously rookie debuts aren't going to command as much as the base rookies, as you can see below. $221 for his base rookie, which is more sought after anyways, because it's a vertical card and not horizontal like the debut that you see above it. People are always going to want that, myself included. It just looks better. So, and then his Chrome is actually down 23% right now. Like, again, it's the rookie debut, but it's the Chrome in a PSA 10 for $163. Like, if you have the money, instead of buying the paper update for $95, buy the Chrome for $163. The Chrome is going to have more value over time than the paper. Not that the paper won't, it definitely will, but the chrome is typically going to have exponentially higher growth over time. His heritage is up 15%. And then you have this one, which is considered a cold card, but it's the 2020 top. It's a base card. It's $8 for a PSA 10. If you want, if you want that card just having your collection, $8, you can't really beat it. And then the rest of these, I believe, are pretty standard cards. You have your 2020 Topps Chrome for $21. It's up 95%. So that card was selling for next to nothing 14 days ago, 30 days ago. So if you have that one in the PSA 10 and you're looking to offload it, this is probably going to start being the time to look at getting rid of it. No really movement on his auto because there's not going to be a whole lot of sales. That's a hard card to find. So, and then you have his 2021 Bowman's Best Refractor is up 52% when it was down 67 30 days over 30 days. So it's climbing back up. So there's definitely some cards to get into, especially with his rookies. Some may be better than others. All depends on, pretty much anything for your price range. But to me, this is a buying opportunity for Mookie Bet. He looks like he's back. He's an incredible player. He's already has 52 WAR in 8 years, right? 2014 was his rookie year. So his 8th, 9th season, he's got a 52 WAR. This dude is on a Hall of Fame path quick. He just, a couple more years, he could already be there. He's not that far behind Trout at 79. And Trout's in his 11th, 12th year, right? Something like that. So Mookie Betts is, to me, a very good buying opportunity. All right, the next player we're going to look at is Ronald the Cooney Jr. Ronald the Cooney has been having actually a pretty good year considering everything that's happened, right? He's coming off an ACL tear. I was shocked that he's already back. He's been, he has a few bouts with the IL. I think because of that knee, and they're trying to be careful with him, make sure he doesn't re-injure that knee, and I completely understand. But this last week has been a really good week for him. The power hasn't been there. He doesn't have any home runs this week, but he is batting .375 with 4 RBIs. He did have that hit by pitch that was kind of scary because it hit him in the hand, but it looks like he's going to be okay. He's only slugging .500 compared to his .375, so there's no walks. That hit by pitch, I think, is really the only thing. I'm not sure if reach on air helps with slugging. With on base percentage, and that's what I meant. His on base percentage is lower than his batting average. So definitely wanting to see that get up higher. He has no walks. He has a hit by pitch. I don't know if reach on error helps with his OPS. I would think so. But he's still batting .375. So he's starting to kind of get it together. I think, it's going to take him a little bit of time to fully kind of come back from that knee injury. As you can see here, he's only got a .8 WAR right now, batting .304 for the year. So if overall in the league, he's going to be up there in batting average. A lot of guys are struggling to hit, and he only has 69 at bats so far this year, and it's batting .304. So that's pretty good. If you look, Mookie, who's played basically a full season, has 176. So he's at, almost a third of the at bats as somebody like Mookie. And his card prices have been pretty steady, actually. So again, we don't have any data before the 25th of March using Card Hedge. But as you can see here, even though he's been hurt and kind of coming off injury, he's been pretty steady in the card market. One of the cards that is potentially a great buying opportunity is his base Topps PSA 10, down 28% in the last 14 days and 27% in the last 30 days. $73, that's a steal for a PSA 10, in my opinion. Same thing with the next one. His Topps Chrome in a PSA 10 is $125. I think that's a great card. If you have the money to be able to pay for $125, I think that's a great potential card to pick up. His Heritage, same thing. Heritage is hit and miss. If you like it, then collect it. It's going to have some value, but it's Heritage, so it's not going to command the price of some of the others. Same thing with this rookie debut. You see, it's only $45. So again, if you're looking for a cheaper rookie card to get into, this has potential to be a card that you can hold long term. Then he has this other Topps Chrome, which is $73. One of the things I don't understand about 2018 is I'm sorry, I take that back. This one up here is his Topps Chrome, and he did have an update which has that alternate picture. They don't really do that anymore, where they have a card in both the base Chrome and the update. They don't seem to do that a whole lot anymore. Normally, like, the update's going to have rookie debuts of some of these guys. So then you have the Topps Holiday, another potential card to be on the lookout for. Down almost 50% in the last 30 days. You can get a PSA 10 for $40, right? Again, it's holiday. Not going to be anywhere near some of the more flagship because it's holiday, but definitely a potential buying if you're looking for lower end cards. So we have his Bowman trading at $77. You can see pretty much all his cards are down. One exception is his Prospect, his Bowman First paper. It's at 108, so it's up 8%. So I think that one could have been considered at the bottom, and now it's pending back up. You do have his Donruss Optic that's up 11%. You have his 2019, which is the Gold Cup second year card, is down 47%. $18 for that card, I think that's a good deal, right? You can't even get cards graded for $18. So, his 1983 style rookie, $81. Again, not too bad, but most of his cards are a good buy right now. So I would say, if you're going to invest in somebody, if you need to invest in somebody, look at Ronald the Cooney Jr. I think he's going to keep performing the way he's performing, and these cards are just going to go up. I think by the end of the year, these cards will go up, and you're going to be either happy that you bought or wishing you would have bought. Okay, next player on the list is Juan Soto. Juan Soto is struggling mightily right now. I think some of it's not his fault. I think a lot of that he's being pitched around a lot. He's probably getting kind of frustrated that he's not getting good pitches and probably swinging at pitches that he shouldn't. In this past week is maybe one of his roughest weeks of the year. He only batted 125 in the 7 games, no home runs, 3 RBIs. He still has 6 walks, so his OPS is pretty good for considering how he's performing at 300 OPS. This is a guy that don't expect this to stay. He's going to figure it out, and if the Nationals can play better and force teams to have to pitch to him, he's gonna come out of this and just start cranking. Even with as bad as he's playing, he's only hitting 228 this year. He still has a 1.4 WAR. So That's pretty good considering that average is so low. Um, Already at 19 WAR in a couple seasons, you know, he's still a guy that gonna put up numbers. So he struggled this week, but not too concerned with Juan Soto. Um, as far as the market goes, it's pretty steady as well. So average 724, 710. So down a little bit, nothing crazy. Um, this is another one though. If keep an eye out for Juan Soto. If he continues to struggle, these cards are going to go down. Be a potentially great buying opportunity to buy Juan Soto cards. A lot of his cards were pretty pricey, especially going into the season. This could be the potential buying opportunity for Juan Soto. So you can see here his kind of flagship top is only $115 in a PSA 10 right now. So that's a pretty good deal, down 10%. If you're looking at trying to find his flagship tops paper, pretty good deal, right? Um, Even his rookie debut, 63 in the chrome, 36 in the paper, 59 for his heritage. Even the tops chrome in a PSA 10, $200 is down 20% over the last 30 days. That's not bad. And that's in a PSA 10. So the potential to get a raw chrome should be even lower. So, like I said, be on the lookout for potential. This is the only real prospect card of Juan Soto, 2018 Topps Chrome Prospect for $76. This is a hot card. It's up 85%. So that's definitely a card if you were holding on to some of them because they were pretty low. This may be the time to start looking at being able to sell some of those. Um, the only Bowman first that Juan Soto has is autos. Those are still going to be crazy money. The Bowman Ink is $426. That seems crazy money to me for that card. And that's down 35%. So I definitely think that one might be a little high for that card. Here's his 27 Bowman Chrome Prospect for $100. His Bowman's Best for 60. So there's definitely some good buying opportunities right now for Juan Soto rookies. I'm trying to see if he has his Mojo or Mega Box here for $53. The hands on hip short print is $616. So definitely some good potential. His pink is down 44%. So lots of buying opportunities for Juan Soto. All right, next guy that we're going to look at is Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge was on fire a couple weeks ago. He's still playing really well. Just has cooled off a little bit, but him cooling off a little bit is still better than 90% of the league. Aaron Judge is having a fantastic season. He will definitely be in the MVP conversation if he stays healthy. This is another guy. 31st round. Right now, he didn't sign with the Oakland A's, and he came back and was the first rounder. But that's how much this guy just was kind of unknown until 2013. But the biggest downside with Aaron Judge is he is already 30 years old. He's only got 28.5 WAR, where Mike Trout is 30 years old and has almost 80 WAR. So Aaron Judge is behind the eight ball as far as a Hall of Fame path. So that is my biggest concern with Aaron Judge. He's a great player. I just don't know with his injury history and his age. I don't know if he can put up the numbers that are going to put him in the Hall. Um, that kind of scares me as far as collecting Aaron Judge. Um, but he is the last week. We'll go back to how he performed. He is batting 290 with 3 home runs and 6 RBIs, couple walks. So 10 strikeouts out of 34 plate appearances, not terrible. So he's playing pretty well. Like we talked about, 2.2 WAR. That's a pretty good pace so far. Batting 304 overall with 17 home runs. He is the league leader in home runs right now. He is, like I said, playing really well. But is he a Hall of Famer? I just don't know. He's got some nice accolades under his belt. He was the Rookie of the Year. He was runner-up in the MVP, even though he should have been the MVP. 3-time All-Star, 2-time Silver Slugger. So his card prices are trending up. So you see here, we were at $41 average price on the 26. We are at, that's weird, it says 41. But I guess it's about the same. So it's been kind of up and down. His Topps Chrome is absolutely on fire. You can see here up 98% in the last 30 days. So this card has gone up a lot in the last 30 days. So it's still a pretty good price, $150 for PSA 10. I would generally be looking for more raw of this card and to be able to potentially get graded later, especially if he does look like he's going to get back on kind of a Hall of Fame path and can perform, the next 3, 4, 5 years like he is right now. Then we see his 2017 Bowman, only $17, but you can see almost all his cards are trending upwards. The exception is 2022 Heritage is down 79% in the last 14 days. But pretty much everything else is on the uptick. So this is definitely a potential buying opportunity for Aaron Judge. Again, if you think he has what it takes to be on the Hall of Fame path. If you think he can sustain these numbers and get back on that trajectory, then he's definitely a potential good buying opportunity. Okay, and the last player we're going to look at for this week is Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani is another guy that struggled this week, like Juan Soto. He's been kind of struggling, here and there, but this last week was pretty brutal. He did hit 1 home run with 2 RBIs, but he's only batting 118. He does have 3 walks, 2 hit by pitches, so his OPS is pretty good for 318, considering he's only batting 118. He is at a 1.6 WAR, where that WAR is kind of low for the fact that he's a pitcher as well. But he's still having a decent year, 9 home runs, 29 RBIs, the 313 on base percentage that could obviously improve quite a bit, but Shohei Ohtani not looking like Shohei from last year just yet, but it is still pretty early. His cards kind of been steady, but at the same time on decline. So the average was 1636 today, where at the peak it was 2000. So you'll see here most of his cards are trending downwards, including 107 for his base Topps update. His rookie debut, he's one of the very few cards in the hobby where his debut is more valuable than his base, his flagship, all because he's batting in his rookie debut, and in his base he's pitching. For some reason, nobody, even with Shohei Ohtani, people don't want the pitching, the pictures of him pitching. They want to see him with the bat. So, you can see with the 2018 Bowman, that actually has some pretty good value. That kind of surprises me a little bit that that card is $147. Again, a rookie card of Bowman typically does not outsell a 2018 Topps flagship. But this one it does. It's even more valuable than his more value. I'm sorry. And the first one was his Topps update. The second, though, his actual base is 116, but it's still lower than the rookie debut from update, and it's less than his Bowman. So for some reason, his Bowman outperforms all of the others in the paper base. But you can see here all his cards are down, including his 2018 Topps Chrome, down 22% in the last 14 days. Again, that one's $158 for PSA 10. Again, I think because he's pitching and not hitting. Where the Topps Chrome update with him hitting his rookie debut in the Chrome is $153. Only $5 cheaper than his flagship Topps Chrome. So, but overall, all his cards are down for the most part. You can't really take in the 2022s. I just want, I'm only talking about his rookies. Even the refractor's down 12%. His complete set, I guess there's really no movement on that one. His variation is up 52%. Which I think that's a pretty good price to me. $136 for a short print PSA 10. I think that's a good potential buy. His living Topps Living is $250. That one's a card to potentially look at letting go. So then kind of some of his more rare cards and some of the price that those is going for. All right, guys. So there is the video. Let me know what you guys think. Is this a good video for you guys? Just to kind of get a little recap of how some of the top players are doing. Please hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to be notified. I do plan on doing the same type of video for rookies. We're going to look at the top rookies, see how they're doing, see how their card market is going. Don't know. I may not have the same luck on card heads because it's so new. There are still, they're putting a lot of cards in. There's a lot of cards that just not in this website yet. So, all right, guys, that's the video. Thanks for coming out.